Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So if you're new here, hello, my name's India. I run British Beauty by India here on YouTube. So today's video is another Playboy one, what can I say? So about 3 weeks ago I asked you guys to ask me questions, and I must say I was genuinely shocked by your responses because your questions were just amazing. Like, I had people messaging me like 4, 5, 6, 7 questions at a time, and there is absolutely no way I would ever answer those kinds of questions because I just don't think of those things. So without a doubt this video would just not be happening if it wasn't for you guys. So I have to say thank you. I know I got in touch with you guys personally, but this video is dedicated to you. It's brilliant. Hello, welcome to my living room, by the way. I decided to create a situation where obviously I read the questions as they came in, but because it was so long ago I genuinely cannot remember, but I have been making notes of them as they come in. And I have Julian off camera, and he's basically just going to ask me them, and then I can respond in more of a relaxed environment instead of my regimental army style that I usually do. So before we get going to the questions, I have some very boring things that I have to say so no one comes and gets me. So in no way is this video in association with Playboy Club London, Playboy America, Caesars Entertainment, who else do I need to say? Caesars, Playboy, Playboy America, Playboy Club London, whatever. Basically anyone. It has no association with anyone. This is just me, my opinions, and answering you guys the questions that you asked me. That's very well said, India. These are obviously just my opinions. They are my answers, and it's just me. We'll just start. Julian.
Let's go.
This is your part.
First question. Did you ever feel uncomfortable in your costume when you first started?
Did I ever feel? No, I actually didn't. So our seamstress is amazing. So whatever you kind of want when you get your costume for the first time, she will kind of do it for you. So for example, if you don't like really high hips, she will give you lower hips, or if you want a higher bust line, she'll give you a higher bust line. Like, it's more in collaboration. You don't just wear what you're given, you can actually have a say in, you know, saying how high or how low things are. But no, I definitely didn't feel uncomfortable. I felt quite empowered in my costume for the first time because I'd never seen my body look like that. Because yes, it is a corset, so you are nicely sucked in and all those kinds of things. The only thing is when girls do go into their costumes for the first time and you walk into the gaming floor, there are claps, there are whoops and whatever, and that obviously is a little bit embarrassing, but other than that, it's no, you just, everyone's in the same costume. Like, it's really, seriously, the kind of excitement or the kind of whatever about wearing it lasts like 2 days, and then you're just like, pfft, it's the uniform.
Do you get unwanted sexual attention from the members? If so, how do you deal with it?
Yes, of course you do. In general, I think that kind of gambling world is predominantly men anyway. So wherever you go, whatever casino you're in, I think it's going to be a majority of men, and of course it's also a night out kind of environment sometimes, and there's drinking, there's alcohol, so yes, things are said. Me personally, I've never had a horrible situation. I've never had anything I felt super uncomfortable about, but yeah, of course advances are made, numbers are slipped or tried to slip, or you know, whatever. I think in your bunny induction, they make it quite clear to you if anything happens, like you just say something and the person will be removed, or you will be removed from the situation. Like, you are 100% in control of it, and I'm sure a lot of people will tell you otherwise, but you can say something. I know, obviously I'm not going to go and say, you know, fuck you, fuck off, but you can go, look, that's really inappropriate, like, I'm not here for that, because you're not, you're working, and no, you're not getting paid enough for that. So yeah, it's fine.
What do you do if you become interested in a customer? What are the rules?
You're not allowed to be with customers, full stop. That's it. That's literally, I'm pretty sure that's in our contract.
Fraternization?
Yeah, no. It's like a big no. But it's a free world. However, if you do get caught, you will lose your job, but you can just quit and do it. You know, you do you. personally, for me, I don't think a man is worth losing your job for, but whatever, what can I say? Or leaving a job for. Sorry, Julian.
Do you get any benefits, stroke goods, from working at a Playboy club?
Yes, you do. I don't think it's as fancy as maybe some of you think it is. But yeah, of course you do. You, oh god, there's two things. So, we have what's called a hub, for Caesar's Hub. Now that you can get money off certain things. You can get free GP appointments, actually. We now have a huge mental health thing.
Wellbeing drive.
Wellbeing centre. So you can get online counselling, you can get help with whatever you need to get help with. It's actually really, really good. And also what we used to get is bonus money.
Employee reward.
Yeah, so we used to get, we obviously it's been COVID, but usually you get what's called reward points if you hit certain targets, i.e. your customer service targets, because our customers are basically asked...
Feedback customers.
Yeah, so like a customer feedback survey thing.
Surveys,
and, oh, Playboy always win. So we used to get like 60 quid a pop, didn't we? And that goes onto our Caesar's Hub, and you can put that against John Lewis, Harvey Nichols, it used to be Selfridges, not anymore. And like, but you know, there's a whole...
Argos.
Yeah. There's a whole load of things, so that's really good. But yeah, and also customers do buy you stuff, buy you presents, of course they do. You can't receive cash, but you can get presents, but it has to go through security and it is under management discretion. And it used to be like under 250 quid, right? So that it has to be worth the £250 for it to be okay.
Yeah.
Is that... No, not anymore.
It's all manager's discretion.
It's all manager's discretion. So, get working.
What is the best and worst part of working in the club?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Ask the question with enthusiasm.
Yeah, that... Where do I begin?
Just the best and worst, please.
Okay, the best parts of working in the club. I mean, I really enjoy my job, so obviously I'm going to say that's one of the best things. Like, I'm very lucky I actually enjoy my job sometimes. Shut up. Best thing, obviously we have a really good team. And you meet, I mean, oh my god, I can't say a lot of things, but the people you meet, like customers and stuff, is just... A lot of people can't sit there and say that we have met the people we've met just because of work. I'm just saying. That's a very, very good thing. Because our family members get good story times at like family gatherings and things like that. The worst part of working in the club though is obviously going to be the night shifts. I mean, night shifts are killers no matter how young you are. And it can be bloody busy. It's a lot of pressure, okay, and it can be very demanding, and customers can be very demanding at times. And yeah, obviously, you know, because you're working in such close proximity to other people, one person having a bad day and you're stuck on a table with them, I'm telling you, that hour's going to be the longest hour of your life. I'm just saying. And that's about it. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, to be honest. I'm sure there's a bloody long list I can come up with. I'm sweating like a nun in church. No.
Nuns do go
Sinner
to
in church. A pregnant nun. I'm sweating like a pregnant nun.
That's it, yeah, that's fair. Which costume is your favourite one?
Oh, that's easy. The Roberto Cavalli one, the one that I wore for my Bunny of the Month. Hands down. It's a beautiful piece of material. It's not even a costume, actually. It's like an add-on costume. Okay, so that is my favourite, kind of like all complete costume. But then we have another Roberto. Yeah. Then we actually have like another Roberto Cavalli costume. This is also one of my favourite costumes. This is one of my besties. This is Kiks. That is just the most... Okay, look, all the costumes are really nice. The pink ones are really nice, everything. But the Roberto Cavalli one's definitely my favourite. 100%.
Do you think you could successfully juggle another job while studying while working at the club?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't think there's one person I know in there that's not juggling something else, whether they're a mother, they're a father, or they're in university, or they're doing something, training in something, yeah, working another job. I mean, yeah, of course you can. I can't think of one person who just goes to work at the club. No? Am I getting wrong?
Yes, because of the job, because of the hours, people just stay there. They don't do anything else because they're waking up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're back to work at 8 o'clock in the evening. I think the minority would be doing something else. I think if you're doing that full time, you're working there full time with that unsociable hours.
Because I'm thinking...
Change over every week.
Yeah.
Really? I'm telling you, ask people about their hobbies.
Okay,
You don't have
fine.
survey.
Maybe
who keeps
part-timers
up their
then.
hobbies.
I don't know, but I in my experience, we have we have had loads of students. You worked full time. You studied. I worked full time. Did all my YouTube stuff. And we've got full timers who are single parents. We've got full timers who are training as like lash technicians, for example, and like tattoo artists. We've got loads. I'm sorry, I can't think of one person who just is at Playboy. I say that in the nicest way possible.
Oh wow. I'll show you the list of people that are just working.
Okay, this is not about me and you, Julian.
Okay.
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 Okay, look, my answer is yes. You can, of course, you can juggle.
All right. Do you have to disclose tattoos before covering them?
Yes, you do. So at the casting, they'll take pictures of your tattoos. I don't know why, because genuinely no one cares. Other than the fact that you know, you've got to cover them. But don't get it twisted. Like, I got the majority of all my tattoos while working there, so there's a way around everything.
Bit of a caveat to that question. Yeah. How do you prevent tattoo coverage transferring onto the costume?
Oh yeah, this is actually a really good question because I get asked this so many times. So this is it. It is Huda Beauty, the faux filter one, but the original one, because that's like the cake, and RMCA powder, I'm telling you, and then hairspray. It works the dream. Don't get it twisted. Obviously, some makeup, depending on where it is, does get transferred on, but you get your costumes washed. So it's really not a big deal.
Are bunnies allowed to have platonic relationships with members?
Yeah, of course. No?
No.
No.
No, they're not. That's called fraternisation.
No.
You cannot have a...
So apparently you can't have platonic friendships.
Mm.
Okay, well no, I mean, you can't have them outside of the club.
Right.
Yeah, but that didn't say inside or outside the club. Okay, look, you can have them inside the club.
It's got in here, in brackets, non-sexual relationships. So that means more than just meeting someone at a club, you know.
Okay,
that means going down a pub and having a drink with them.
Yeah, no, you can't. Basically, you cannot see members outside of working hours, inside or outside the club. Obviously, it happens.
And why is that?
Because obviously you can be bought. What's the word? Not be bought. I mean, you can be bought. Not fraternise it. Coercion. Because of coercion.
Yes.
But you know, bitch just got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm so joking. But okay, no. But friendships are created. They are. You have friendships. Of course you do. You see these customers more than you see your freaking family. Yeah. But inside the club and inside the club only. Because it's contracted. Like, you'll lose your job.
Alright. This next question is a bit confusing, but I want to answer it. Do bunnies who aren't dealing just serve drinks, or are they keeping members company?
I like this question.
What do they do outside of waitressing?
Okay, I remember this question. This is a good question. So, as a waitress, or as a valet, we call them, you are there to serve drinks. Obviously, you are a waitress. No, you do not have to keep customers company, though. A lot of the girls do, because, again, friendships are formed. But that's not your job. You definitely do not have to sit there chatting to people. Like,
Actually, not allowed, really.
Well, no, but like naturally it happens and you are working, so absolutely no, and you're definitely absolutely not allowed to sit down in your body costume on the gaming floor. Now, the waitresses also do the events, which is great fun. So yeah, it's not just waitressing. To be honest with you, in my opinion, valets get the most opportunity to do things because they do all the events. And Playboy have done, oh my god, over the years, so many events. So yeah, I will say that. But absolutely no way are you supposed to keep people company or the customers company. It's like not that kind of show.
Come on, India, tell us the truth. Is it bitchy? And I want details.
I replied to
no holding back, dirty mouth details, please.
Yes, of course it is. I mean, there is always, in any situation, right, when you put a high number of females, it of course there's going to be bitchiness. In my personal experience, there's never been any bitchiness to my face. But I'm sure there's been plenty behind my back. When has anyone ever been bitchy to me, to my face? Seen there like this?
Yeah,
no. No. I've never, ever, no, it's just not happened. Don't get me wrong, situations happen, but nothing like unnecessary nastiness has ever... Actually, that's not true. Well, I'm not going to talk, that's not my story to tell, someone else's story to tell. Okay, yes, fine. People argue, girls fight, blah, 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 but it's not a nasty environment. You're not going to walk in there and people are going to be like, oh, who's she? Absolutely no way. And if they do that, you can go tell them to go fuck themselves because they're just silly little girls. But that is not my experience at all. I do not think there's anything like that goes on. But obviously, people are people. You're not going to get along with everyone. It's just unnatural, right? You are going to clash with people, but that doesn't have to happen at work. You can dislike someone without being a see you next Tuesday.
What are the negatives to the job?
Okay, so the negatives to this job, if you've got tattoos, that's a negative because you spend however many minutes covering your bloody tattoos. And I think it's a negative because I think people should be allowed to be free with their own bodies and piercings and everything like that. Makeup is, you know, it depends who you talk to because a lot of girls will go, I can't be bothered to do my face like full slap every day, all day. Like, it's a lot, right? If you're not into it, you don't enjoy it. It's a lot to ask from someone. Personally, me, I can't be bothered to do my hair. That's my negative, is that I don't enjoy doing my hair. You're lucky if I turn up with washed hair at work. Obviously, the costume is a negative. Partly it is a negative because it's not the most comfortable outfit in the world. Heels are obviously another negative. What?
You contradicted yourself there.
Why?
Because the first thing you said was Faye's really good and she does your
No, yeah, because you look nice, but it doesn't feel nice. It's two different things. Yeah. Like, obviously it can hurt. Your costume can hurt. If your costume has just come back from washing, it's going to be 10 times as tighter as it was before. Sometimes you can't go even, like, to the toilet on your own because you need to have someone to zip you back up again. You have to wear 2 pairs of tights. So in the summer months, that's not fun. Having to get 2 pairs of tights on when you've just ran down Piccadilly because you're late for work and you are sweating. Getting 2 pairs of tights on should be an Olympic sport because it is that fucking hard. And then obviously the negative is purely because it's night shift. You will only get 1 day shift at the very end of the week. You can never walk into that kind of environment and be like, I just want day shifts. It's never going to happen unless you're bloody pregnant. And even then they'll try to fight you on it. And the other negative is it's very unsociable. As in, you don't get weekends off. We work rolling rotas. So, like, in June, I'll have these days off. And then, you know, August, I'll have completely other days off. And that's hard, you know, when you're trying to organise a life or your social life and just everything like that. Oh, my God, the ears. If you get a new pair of ears, they really hurt. They stab you. But then you have the flip side. And if you have loose ears, your ears are like this the entire time. You're trying to work out vets and your ears are like this. So, yeah, that's about it.
Do you feel like you get negative treatment when disclosing your job?
No. Personally, I've never had a negative reaction. A lot of people want to know exactly what it is. I get double whammy because it's Playboy. People want to know about that because not everyone, a majority of people don't get it. And I have never been judged for it, as in they've assumed it's something like else. They've just asked the question. So I'm very lucky in that department. And secondly, obviously, because you're a dealer, people are like, you're a what? I'm very interested to know how that works because pretty much everyone really has been into a casino and they're like, then they kind of start to think of it like from our perspective and that's a whole new, you know, world to them, right? So no, absolutely not. Everyone's always very fascinated. Is
the corset still boned and thus do you still need to do the famous bunny dip for modesty's sake?
So yes, the corset is still steel boned, and yes, you get trained to do the bunny dip anyway, and that's just basically because if you bend, your boobs fall out. But even though it's I'm not gonna lie, like, you can get pretty comfy in your costume. But yes, you're supposed to obviously unzip it, so if you're in the staff room or whatever, you're supposed to have it unzipped and everything while you're lounging around. For your sake only, I will show you that you can sleep in the bunny costume too.
How do you deal with the journey home late at night? And what are your best tips to stay safe?
That's a very good question. I was asked that a lot actually, because I know it's not great out there. But personally, I drive. But also you have to remember you do not wear the costume outside. Absolutely no, never. Even if there's a freaking fire, you will have your robe. So you never have to stand outside in your bunny costume. So personally, I look like shit walking to and from work, especially during the night. I'm basically in pyjamas. I hate saying that because I think that obviously women should walk the streets the way they want to. However, yes, I'm 30 years old now, and yes, I have worked out that the ranker I look, the less attention I get. So yes, and my mum always used to tell me when I was modelling, she said, I don't care what you're doing, dear, just have a baggy jeans and a hoodie and a hat in your bag and you walk around like a boy. So, you know, if you really, really are uncomfortable, that actually works. to hide your hair and look like a boy. But other than that, the best thing I can always say is plan your route. Just plan your route, because if you're fucking around on like City Map or something at 4 a.m. in the night, you don't want to be standing on the streets. You know that you go from this point to this point to this point and you're home. That's all I say, is you know your way home. Don't fuck about, don't do things. And where Playboy Club is, you got to understand that, I mean, central London in general, you have to remember central London in general is actually very busy in the middle of the night. Like, a city never sleeps to a certain extent. So yeah, even if we come out at 4 a.m, 6 a.m, it's still busy. There's still cars, there's still people on the streets, yada, yada, yada. So you're not actually walking like dark alleyways alone, ever. We walk right up Piccadilly. Piccadilly is a huge lit road with plenty of cameras and plenty of traffic. So it's okay.
Last question. What is your best story from inside the club? And
I remember this
what's your best experience?
I have to be careful with this because you really can't say much. But I'm going to start with my best experience. Obviously, my best experience is the fact that I got to go to South Africa. I loved that. I thought it was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Never mind what Playboy had done. That was the best experience. Really, seriously, that's it. From inside the club...
Best story.
Best story.
Maybe you can tell a story without names.
Oh my god, there's so much though, and I mean there's so much. There was one time actually, it wasn't so much that like the person that walked in, it was like what happened with all the girls. I remember when this very famous person came into the club, and you have to understand. So as you come into Playboy, any VIPs or, you know, special people or whatever, they will phone up prior to them actually coming onto the gaming floor, because like the reception is downstairs and they'll come up the stairs or the elevator. So word actually comes up before the person does. And so I remember standing there, and where I was standing on my game, I could see like right down like into the bar and like where customers will come in onto our floor basically. And there was all these girls going, oh my god, and it's like, and I knew something was going on because I'm telling you, I saw girls running. Right? There was a whole load of commotion, and like the girls all of a sudden came and they stood where they're supposed to stand, because valets have points where they're supposed to stand in the club. I remember thinking like, what the fuck is going on? And all the girls are like, with their trays, and like everything's looking nice, and the girls going, oh my god, and they're all speaking to each other. I was like, what am I missing? And then I remember one of my friends, and she was like, she told me who it was, and I was like, holy fucking shitballs. As this person has come in, I'm telling you, I'm surprised the girls didn't faint. And I remember seeing them, and they had, I don't know why they were standing there though with drinks on their thing. They shouldn't have been standing there with drinks on their tray, but they were. And I remember as this person has walked in, the tray and all the bowls and the glasses are starting to chink together, and she's like, shit. That was very funny, and that has definitely been one of my most memorable moments, because I mean the whole entire place scrambled for this person. Not just the valets, but obviously all the dealers, because this person wanted to play. So management were going, do you know what I mean, and getting like the best of the best, or like whatever dealers and the best of the best inspectors, and they're like, we got cordon all this, and then obviously this person has like shitloads of security. He comes in with like passe, I mean, how do you even say it? Like gang, right? And so there's security coming in and standing.
Entourage.
Huh?
Entourage,
there we go. I mean, I'm telling you, like half the casino just was like dedicated to security and entourage. There are very few customers that get people, and especially management, like so riled up. Like people go cray. And this day, or that night, and it was bloody late at night.
Yeah.
It was like 3 a.m. or something, so we're all like on tables, and then all of a sudden it's like chippity chip choo jar. As dealers, it was fine because it was a very standard game. It wasn't like a gung-ho gambler or anything like that, so it was very easy and it was very nice, and it wasn't even the gambling, it was purely customer service. That was all it was with that. Well, there's certain people that come into the club and they're there for experience, they're not there to gamble. So that's when you kind of have to really like turn the charm on, and then obviously you've got your like hardcore gamblers where you really have to have your brain switched on. I remember that night because it was, I've never seen management like it. Yeah, people went crazy. That was definitely one of the best experiences. And The thing is, it's really hard for me to say anything because you don't know who I'm talking about, and I really can't say who it is. But I have loads of these kinds of stories, and I don't know if it sounds even that interesting because I haven't named who it is, but I think that's it though. That's all the questions. Yes! I think I answered all the questions. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some questions that I didn't put in because I just thought I'd answered them in previous videos. But as always, if there really is something that you're just like, India, you did not tell me this, please comment below. But again, I want to say a huge thank you to you guys because genuinely, those were really, really good questions. I really enjoyed them. I especially really enjoyed talking to you guys though because the questions that I was on, my God. Some of the questions. It was definitely eye-opening to see some of your opinions or your preconceived notions of what's going on. It was definitely interesting, so I'm glad I got to have the opportunity to talk to you. If you are just coming across this video randomly, if you've never seen me before, I hope you guys liked the video. I actually have a whole dedicated playlist to Playboy, which sounds really stupid, but it's the thing. And it's there if you want it. I'll also list it down below so you can go click the link in the description box. But for you guys returning and for you guys that asked the questions, I hope you liked this video and you know what to do. If you are not a subscriber, please come and join me and subscribe. Oh, and thank you, Julian, for asking me my questions.
Oh, thanks, babe.
With your off-camera bullshit that you were doing, trying to distract me. And I don't even know what you were doing the majority of the time.
Yeah, some questions. I'll try to put myself in the person's position who was answering that question, who kind of person it was.
So, that is it from me today. I can't tell you what I have coming up because I don't know. I'm very unorganised at the moment, so I'm very sorry about that. But, like always, I'll see you in the next video.